we open up in the void of destruction, where those who have been destroyed go when they quote unquote die or stop existing. And this is where we see Broly floating there in the abyss after recently been destroyed by Lord Champa. A being calls out to Broly, telling him that he can have life again. He can be reborn. However, this power and life comes with a cost. He will have to help him do something. Broly is obviously questioning what in the world. He died. What's going on? I mean, what does he want me to do? Who is this guy? And the voice talking says, none of that's important right now, except your mission. If I resurrect you, I need you to assemble 3 to 4 fighters. You will serve the purpose of attacking Universe 7, or in this case, the home of Son Goku and Vegeta, or as you know him, Kakarot. Would you be interested in that? Broly says yes, he would be, but what about the Destroyer? Judging by what happened when he died, a Destroyer is very powerful, and even if he's stronger than them, they can still just Hakai him. And the glowing set of eyes tells him, do not worry about that. Beerus will be busy with other matters, other familiar matters. Broly then asks, why would a being like him resurrect Broly? And he says that his plans go beyond what Broly could comprehend. But to say the least, he's part of a bigger scheme, a bigger plan, and he must enforce these plans and enforce these rules. And people have been breaking them far too much, getting powers they shouldn't, or accessing certain objects within the multiverse that they shouldn't. And Universe 7, the main Universe 7, seems to be a problem, and the conduit for it all. So he's going to send Broly to take out the one person who keeps dividing the timeline, almost every possible timeline, Son Goku. Broly agrees and then is endowed with godly energy as he is then resurrected and turned into the god of destruction, Broly. He is then greeted by a demon slave of these eyes, and he tells them that the way out is that portal over there. Broly then nods and flies through, knowing automatically the 4 to 3 warriors he needs to resurrect. Then the demon who is in Universe 6 at the time roars with power, which even gets Beerus' attention. However, only Beerus. Then Beerus reluctantly decides to take off to Universe 6 to come see his brother Champa and feel what that insane power was. As Broly begins to put these plans of these glowing eyes in place of his resurrector, and he finds himself going to see a man who killed his father, at least in this timeline. God of Destruction Broly makes Frieza an offer, one that he most likely will not refuse. He informs him that he has been employed like Hit the Assassin style, and tells Frieza that he has been resurrected, brought back to life by a powerful being, and wants Frieza to join his new regime, and together they will take out Son Goku, as it will serve a greater purpose within the Resurrector's plan. However, Frieza asks what's in it for him. All he's done is come and ask for his help. If he doesn't help, then it won't help him out. Also, why does he look suspiciously like Broly, yet oddly different? And Broly explains that he is simply from another time, another place. He died here recently and was brought back to life by the Resurrector. And as for what's in it for him, he tells them that his role in the plan is crucial. It revolves around him and will set up the next stage, whether he knows it or not. But he has to orchestrate these events. So he, so the Resurrector has a gift for him, something that would help him achieve his wish of destroying both Goku and all the gods and gods of destruction, along with even Zeno. He calls it the Cosmic Regulator. However, he can only get it after he helps him achieve his current plans. And Frieza, interested by this, decides to join the team. However, Broly tells him that when he does join, he will have to train someone and get him up to his level. As we then see the demon in Universe 6 not find Frost and open a portal behind him, then knock him through it, causing him to land with Broly, then shortly before closing the portal. As Broly greets Frost and tells him that he has an option. Frieza and Frost have worked together beforehand, however it was only temporarily and Frieza did betray him. However, Broly assures Frost that he will train to have power beyond his wildest imagination, and there will be no betrayals. Frieza has something he wants on the line, and he won't screw that up, not even for Frost. And Frost looks at this and still holds a grudge against Frieza. However, recognizing being in the presence of two very powerful beings, he decides to take the knee and agree to join after Broly convinces him a little more and explains that he's putting together a team. Broly then teleports them all to a remote location where they will all have a meeting, and explains that he will have to break some rules to get the other two members, and in the meantime get acquainted to the third member who is already here, the Golden Warrior Zakarat. Look over to Universe 6 and see Beerus has found the demon who released such energy and has been interrogating him. However, the demon literally has no mouth. So Beerus says, well, if he can't get answers out of him, he'll just get rid of him. Hakai. Which he obliterates him right on the spot. However, the only issue is Champa has found his brother and is questioning where's Whis. And Beerus says that he left at such a speed that he was able to get here without Whis' help. He was concerned about his brother. Champa says that that's foolish of him to be worried about him. Champa is stronger after all. Beerus says in his dreams, and then they get into their normal bickering. Vados and Champa then get ready to send Beerus home because Beerus is like, well, fine then, screw you. If you don't want my help, I already dealt with the problem. You know, this, that, the other. And Vados tries to make a portal or a way for him to get home, but nothing. Beerus tries to go home. Nothing. Beerus then realizes that he's stuck on the other side. He's stuck in Universe 6 and there's no way for him to get back. And Champa and Vados can't do nothing to help him. So now he's pretty much screwed. Which is where we pan back to Broly. Broly then decides to take a visit to Earth, where he lands in a familiar battlefield where the young generation finally outshined what would be the combination of a perfect collection of all the other warriors of the past. This is where the perfect being was finally laid to rest. Broly says that he will be perfect for their addition of the new gods. His intelligence and everything he carries with himself, with his endless ability to learn and adapt, plus to potentially absorb others, is essential to what they will become. As he then raises a microorganism of cells back to life and then reforms him and makes him an offer: ultimate power and a place at Broly's side. Well, the Resurrector's side, if he helps them achieve one goal, defeating Son Goku. However, Cell has been gone a while and will need some training. He has missed a lot, and now it is time for him to find out why and what all has happened since he has been gone. Broly then tells Cell that the only other option is to be destroyed again, and I'm sure Cell doesn't want that. Cell then says that he doesn't want revenge on just Goku, he wants revenge on everybody, on Gohan as well, and Broly says that he will get that, but all in due time. Is he on board? Cell nods his head, as he then teleports with Broly to the headquarters that everyone else is at. However, Broly does not appear there. He is instead teleported back to the void with the glowing eyes. And this is where we find out who the final member of the new regime is. And the glowing eyes says that he would have to pull some strings from time and space. However, he's close enough to Universe 7 when he died to make this somewhat bearable. He needs Merge Zamasu back, the one that was erased by Trunks, and then eventually which these seemingly all-powerful eyes do and bring back Merge Zamasu within this era, because he was erased by Zeno and in another timeline nearly erased by Goku. However, Zamasu is questionable to where he is, and Broly begins to have a chat with him. However, the glowing eyes stop him and tell him that no, he needs to communicate with this one personally, as he then swirls around him, telling Zamasu that this will be the end of the gods, and he will let Zamasu take over and, enact his Zero Mono plan and Zero Gods plan and all that, which would be perfect in Zamasu's case, and informs him somewhat of the plans, and then nods at Broly as he's then teleported to the headquarters. However, Broly is left in the void and questions what he did tell him. The eyes tell him that he did not tell him nothing more than what Broly knows. They know that they have a mission to enact, and the main proprietors of this mission will enact something much, much bigger than anything that they can possibly comprehend. It is much bigger than just taking down the current gods and whatnot like that. He has much bigger plans in mind. Broly questions what they should do then. I mean, everybody's assembled and they know their mission is to take out everyone on Earth because they're the main ones that keep dividing the timeline. But he still hasn't explained why. And the glowing eye says that all will be explained eventually. But for now, enact the plan and he will have all the answers he needs. As he then glows his eyes and Broly is told. Whis, having an uneasy feeling in his stomach, decides to ask Vegeta, who is currently training on his planet and about to go home, for a favor, as he opens a portal and asks Vegeta to go through a specific type of training, and then looks oddly at Earth, almost as if ready to go to war with what's coming to it, as Vegeta then goes through the portal for that special training. From all that angelic jargon and Vegeta's mysterious new training is the regime, Broly's team of fighters assembled, Zachariah, Frieza, Frost, Merge Zamasu, and Perfect Cell, all training together to get stronger. And over the next 10 months, Whis keeps a watchful eye on the universe as he continuously tries to find ways for Lord Beerus to get back and to discover what is going on, what's behind this scheme, what can he do to stop it, all that good jazz. Until the regime or the new gods are finally ready and they're like, okay, cool, we're all set to go. And they land on Earth. Merge Zamasu heads off and starts causing cataclysms and like tornadoes, lightning strikes, volcanic eruptions, tidal waves, all that, to keep the lesser fighters busy and out of the way. Zachariah sneaks up to the lookout to discover the Dragon Balls and keep them within their grasp and basically steal them, preventing anyone from just a willy-nilly, hey, you're resurrected. Then we have Frost, Cell, who are holding the front lines of battle, which get the attention of the other Z Warriors, as Broly then asks if Zachariah has the Dragon Balls, and Broly teleports the Dragon Balls that Zachariah has to his hand and says that him and Frieza have work to do, as Zachariah arrives on the battlefield with Perfect Cell and Frost to engage with the Z Fighters to keep them busy. Broly turns to Frieza and says that in order for him to receive his gift and further the plans of the Resurrector, he needs to make sure his body is fit enough to wield it. They don't want another Merge the Monster situation where his body begins crashing and falling apart. So this way, they're going to make him immortal. As we then see the other Z Warriors get ready for a battle, the new regime of the new gods has begun the